Hey, what's going on? Just gonna make sure. The amount of times that I have started recording and forgot to turn the mic on. And you like listen back and it's just like last day of, well, this lockdown. Restrictions are easing tomorrow, which means I can go back to work, which is awesome. Yeah, get some cash, which will be really nice. Wow, I haven't talked in front of a camera for like a few days now, and I'm just like, it's a bit weird. I needed to take a break from talking and just really go quiet again. I just needed to stop talking. Just a lot of talking and a lot of sharing. I think on the last video that I posted where I was talking about something, I started to feel like it was just a bit too much, like I needed to really go back inside and just be quiet for a bit. So it's been really nice just to practice, and I just ended up working through Rhythm Section Drumming book. I didn't get through all the tunes, which was pretty ambitious of me to want to, but I got through 7 of them. Lots to work on. Listening back to the audio, yeah, there's definitely a lot I need to work on, which, but I'm happy where I'm at the moment, because it is what it is and you can't change it. You just got to keep working at it. But I really noticed that because I'd been pushing myself so hard for the last 2 months that as soon as we went into lockdown, I've been sleeping a lot and eating a lot, and I think my body was just like really exhausted, and I still don't feel 100%. It was really hard to get up this morning. So this is telling me that, and it's because I'm doing the daily videos and all the editing that happens every day, plus the gigs, plus rehearsals and stuff. And at that rate, of that intensity, I probably won't last the rest of the year. So something has to change. And I haven't really figured out what yet. So, which I was kind of anticipating at some stage that I would have to drop something, because I'm pretty aware and realistic, and I enjoy pushing myself. Like, I really like to push the boundaries of what because I really get better that way. But yeah, for my own mental health, my physical health, and the people around me, I need to be very mindful about, that everything is in balance. So I'm working on it. I'm still going to be busy. Like it's always going to be like that, I think, but something a bit more manageable. But anyway, it's been nice. So looking forward to going back to work, as I said, and I've also been researching some new gear. I am going to hopefully tomorrow get a new snare drum mic, because I've been doing a lot of listening to my recordings that I do in here, and I get some lessons with engineering and mixing, and the rest I do sort of learn online. But it's a slow progression with that, and I've still got a lot of work to do in this room. It's not finished, but I think that the snare sound, the mic that I have at the moment, it's not the sound that I'm after, and I've been going through heaps of different just seeing how I could use it and manipulate it without it not sounding like putting any effects on it, just more about like compression, mic placement, and EQing. So, but I am going to go for an industry standard Shure mic, SM57, very commonly used snare drum mic, and it's not too expensive either, and it's something definitely in my budget. So I'm going to hopefully get one tomorrow after work. So it's going to be really exciting to test that out with new recordings to see if that's going to get me more of the sound that I'm wanting, as well as feeling very, very inspired at the moment, because I think I've mentioned Dan Weiss in my videos a couple times, but he's always been someone that I have been very I've always admired his what he's accomplished, his practice, and he actually did a 9-hour practice session the other day, which I missed out because I wasn't signed up to his Patreon at the time. But hopefully, I think he said he was going to post the video up. But anyway, the point is that I can relate. I haven't done a 9-hour practice session before, but I did listen to his discussion, his thoughts on it afterwards. He did a video on Instagram, and he talked about a few things that I have experienced in my practice sessions. I think the longest one that I've done in one sitting is 6 hours. He was talking about, like, there's something that really that I resonated with, was when he said he hit a wall, right? Which we all will experience. But just getting through it, and he said that, like, once you can do it once, and once you can do it for a certain amount of time, you will always know you can do it. It's just all in the mind. It's about pushing through the blocks, or not just pushing through, but allowing them to move through by just keep on going with it and keeping on going with it. And it's such the amount of times I've stopped because I've felt that block, and I don't think I've been really in the zone to push, or to allow that to go through. And I've stopped before because of those mental blocks that you get. And it's something that I experience a lot, and I know that it's definitely a thing that most people would experience, but I really want to try and get better at getting through that and not allowing that block to stop me from practicing further. But today and yesterday, and I think the day before, because I've had a lot of hours of practice these last, was it week and a half? Really worked hard, and I got to a point in the last 3 days where I started to experience this. It's almost like a Zen thing that I get when I'm in meditation, but I'm not still. I'm playing music. It's flow. That's what it is. It's so beautiful. I'm not trying to push through anything. I'm just really in the moment, and when I get there, it's amazing. And I think that's what keeps me wanting to go back to the practice, because it's not just about getting better at your instrument. It's about connecting on a deeper level with your instrument, and it takes some serious dedication and work to get there. It's not just like obviously there are different types of practice. Oops, ran out of battery. What was I saying? Oh yeah. yeah, there are different types of practices. There are those sort of half-hour sessions where you don't have, that's all you got, that's all the time that you have to sit down and work through things, so you've got to be as efficient as possible. I much prefer the long ones. It's just so good for the soul, for the head, for playing, and yeah, getting connected to your instrument. I love it. Yeah, it's what keeps me going back. You are experiencing that sort of relationship with your instrument, and I think that part of that experience and that relationship with your instrument is how you find your voice and you develop your voice. Indy, I'm recording now. So yeah, I kind of don't want to go back to work. There's a part of me that feels that way because I've only just really got to a space in my mind where I'm really starting to make some ground. I don't know how to really explain it any better than that, except I want to keep going there, to that space, but that's okay. I'm just going to have to. I've got time next week actually, because next week I was going to play a show and had some rehearsals booked for that show, which has been moved now. So I'm going to dedicate that time to practice, which will be really good. So I look forward to that. Yeah, so they're just some thoughts. Feeling almost at 100%. I reckon about a solid 93. But feeling inspired always. I'm just, the more I'm doing, the more productive that I'm being, the more I'm pushing out from myself, the more I want to do it, keep doing it, or the more energy that I have. It's like a very forward pushing momentum type of energy. It's pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.